Hello, 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 hello. Oh my goodness. Hello. Um, Welcome on board, my people. Welcome, everyone. Yeah, don't mind about the lousy and disorganized bed because I'm going to do laundry right now before we have our talk for tonight. Yeah, so all these seats have to be taken out for laundry. We need to take everything to go wash so before we can sit down. I don't know if it's only me that who sleeps with her laptop right next to her, because always when I get something done, and then my Bible sleep right next to me in bed too. I don't know if it's only me or if there are people who do that too, but yeah, most cases. Oh, my colleagues at work gave me a birthday card with a gift card in it, and I'm forever humbled. Yeah, still my birth month. I guess it's still time to celebrate, right? So I'm going to wash everything. All this has to be washed. So I'm going to put it in the laundry, and then you can come and spend that time chatting like as usual. Yep, let's go to the laundry room and put them in the washing machine, and we get back to talking, right? Yeah, this is the washing machine and this is the dryer. So yeah, because the clothes because I have this heavy bed cover to wash, I'm going to have two loads to put in. I'll put the bed sheets and the bed cover together, since if I put them with the general clothes, it's going to be too heavy of a load to wash. So yeah, put the heavy things. I'll also add the towel into there. Then I have these, the regular clothes that I'll put into wash later. Yeah, I'm grateful to God for the opportunity of making me be in a place like this, in a country like this, where back home in Uganda, I would have to do these clothes with my own hands, which makes it kind of difficult for you to do washing and do other things too. But for sure, I'm thankful to be here, that I'm putting the clothes in and them in to wash. So let me show there is how the machine operates. So it's off now. I'm going to switch it on, and then I know there's many people who have used washing machines before, so it's not new to them. So yeah, it has locked the machine. It's going to show how long it will take to wash the clothes, and then when the machine goes off, I'll have to transfer it here in the dryer to dry them, and then when I carry them from here to the dryer, and then I can put the second load in, and then yeah, the clothes will be washed and dried, done. But okay, that's the reason we're not here. So we're done with putting our clothes in the washing machine. Let's go to the real deal of why we're here. Oh, so yeah, if it's your first time to this channel, please don't forget to subscribe. Here at this channel, we share our life stories, and however good, bad, shameful they are, and mainly just because we share this to build ourselves to be better partners, better parents, better employees, or better bosses, or even better entrepreneurs, better everything, and most importantly, I dedicate this channel to us, the current generations, and possibly future generations, so that we can really raise a trauma-free, I use the word trauma-free generation. But before we continue, let me go and grab a glass of something to quench the throat, and then we get going. Yes, so cheers to life. Here we are with our something to drink. Let me take a sip. That focus so nicely. So yeah, here we are with our owning my story segment. Last time, if it's your first time, please don't forget to watch the previous video where we talked about breaking up when children are involved, and we shared quite a bit about that. So if you missed it, please check it out, watch it, and then you can come back here. And so today we're talking about moving on. After a failed relationship, or after having an incident where there's a child, and now everyone has to, like, both parties have to move on with their life. And I'm not able to speak for men, what it is for them to move on after a failed relationship. I don't know what it's like, but I'll keep you posted that next time I'll have an opportunity to have men, or a man or a man, to share what it is, what it looks like for them to move on. Because we may think like, it's always easy for the men. We don't know their stories, or we don't know what the struggles are for them to move on. But hey, it's quite brutal. I want to be honest about this, but it's quite brutal for us ladies. Really, really brutal for us as ladies when you find yourself in a situation where you have a child or children from a previous relationship that didn't work out, and then you have to move on. Oh my goodness, guys, why? The question I'm asking, like, why is it like that? Why is it there so much name calling? Why is there so much labeling for a woman who has had either a child or children from a failed relationship? Well, I don't know how to put it, but trust me, it's so brutal. The judgments are so extreme, the struggles are too much, and it's one of the quite, even before making that step to move on. Because let's be honest, guys, love is a need. If we are telling ourselves no, I self-love, yeah, I love myself, yeah, for sure, guys, I love myself, I'm comfortable being this favor here you see right here, but I desire love, and I have love to give, and I desire love. So regardless of whether I've had a relationship that has not worked out, it's not, in most cases, it doesn't stop me from finding love again, finding the one again, finding the what they call it, my forever love, or my prince charming. Like, the love, it always keeps going. If it fails here, next stop, it fails there. Like that's how it is. So it's just like anyone else who has been in a relationship and it has failed. Even a woman, even a man who has had a relationship, but where there's a child or children involved, he's not going to stop looking for the woman, his woman. As long as he's still living and breathing, he's not going to stop. Even likewise for women, you guys have, like, in this country where I am, here, I've seen people who are in their 70s looking for love, people who are in their 80s looking for love. I know it's not a common thing for us back home, for us in Uganda, but I know deep down our parents who are 60 or at 50 or at 70 give up, mainly because they look at it, how is it going to be? Mostly, I don't know about, that's what I'm saying, I don't know about men, I can't speak for the men, but I'm going to speak for the women. I think most of them give up for their children, normally, because I think they start picturing how my children will be if they are to get married, to someone, how complicated that is going to be for the children. And then for the women, honestly, it's the society's description, also the society's perception about women who have children. Guys, it's brutal. Like I'm saying, it's so brutal. For example, if, like me, who has had children from a previous relationship, if I'm to get married to another man, my children living with me in my new marriage, do you know the name they call? There's a name for those children. There's a name. They call it Izimandri. yeah, they call you easy mandri. Hmm? And it's not a positive description, it's not a positive name that if the easy mandri, like it's I've not had an opportunity to be an easy mandri, but I it's not a positive thing, you can imagine. But I have not had a name for a man who for a man's child, for a child of a man for a child of a man from a previous relationship in their current. Okay, in English terms it's called a stepchild, but Lubaras have not given this child a name. But there's a name for children of women of the name of children of women who have had these children from the previous relationships, which is so sad. And yeah, and okay, the society's perception are just about a woman who has had children from a failed relationship and is now trying to move on. It's so horrible, guys, like horrible. I've had situations where in my pursuit of moving on after my failed marriage, um it has been quite challenging. Like, okay, mostly for the guys that I've been dating, I try to be open about having having a child, like having come from a failed relationship, which is a quite a sometimes I think, to be honest, if I'm to be very honest, there are relationships where I've been in and it has been so difficult to even bring that conversation up, because as you interact, you kind of fear maybe this could be a what, a breaking point for this relationship to even go forward. Because most times I've been one of the lucky ladies. Trust me, there are more, I've had moments where guys walk up to me and try to express their feelings to me, of maybe they want me, and when I tell them, oh, by the way, I'm a mother, and then they'll be like, really, like how come you don't look like you're a mother? Thanks be to God, I don't look like I'm a mother, but I am. That's my truth. So it's quite, some guys, they act like it's okay with them, but then for me, in that scenario, I look at, like, okay, if you're okay with, and okay, that there's a difference. Unfortunately for me, like I said, every relationship I've been in, I've been seeing these guys. Don't matter, I'm in a relationship with you, for me, I'm thinking about the future. I'm already seeing you becoming my husband. I've never that, and I don't if I'm to look back, maybe there are cases, one or two cases where I felt like, this one, we're going nowhere, kind of cases I've had. But then for the most part, for me, it has been like, oh, he's my guy, he's my guy, he's my, like that. And then, but then, of course, when you're seeing someone like that in that light of, okay, this is going to be my husband, you expect a certain level of, how do I put it? I don't know, I've had this conversation with my friend Patricia several times. Like, you expect a certain level of or care or thoughtfulness or from this person about your child, because if me and you are going to end up together as husband and wife, this child is going to be a part of our life. So you will definitely, okay, in my mind, you will be playing a role of a father in this child's life. And then for me, in most cases, when I don't see that happening, it kind of, takes me a little bit, I should say. That is one. And then it's and then okay, in most cases, well, okay, but I think, like, when you tell the guys, okay, this is, like I said, I'm only speaking for myself, I can't speak for everyone. For everyone it could be a different story, but for my case, I feel like the guys, when you tell them this, like, yeah, whatever, like, they don't pay attention to what it takes to be with this woman now who has children from a relationship. Like, I feel like they don't give a thought to it. I think I think I feel like they take it from, oh, I want her, so if that's what it is, okay, I don't care whether she has children or whatever, as long as I have her, that's it. So they don't put the mind of, okay, what to think about, what it will be like in a bigger picture. And in most cases, for me, that stems into issues in our relationship, or even not our relationship, not even progressing forward or moving to the next level. That is one. And then two, families of the guy. you know um I think okay, now that I've become a mother, I think for my family to receive, actually, I feel like they feel better if the guy I'm dating also has a child or has children. I don't know, like that's a quite a bit. Uh, the like I know there are two relationships that I've had after my daughter after we parted way with my daughter's father, and that my family got to know about. Okay, not my family, as my family got to know about one, but then there was like for my mom, my mom's case, I think she got to know of two relationships that okay, where I saw potential, like we are going to be husband and wife. So her knowledge when she found out that these people also had like children. Okay, about one, she did not give me her opinion up to this day. She hasn't given me her opinion because she didn't like the relationship in general as a whole. I don't know why. She has not given me reasons to why she didn't like the relationship at all. But there's this other one. I remember how she was so excited that oh, even now, even the fact that the guy has a child, that's okay. You can now be able to raise the kids as like as a family. And I trust, like the way she was talking to me, I trust you as being a mom because you've been a stepmom before, so I trust you'll do it. Like she was so receptive about it, you know. And I understand her reception is coming from she also has been called, or she has had all the labels because she has moved to different relationships, or she has moved to marriages with children from previous relationships, so she understands and she knows what that looks like. And then the society's labeling of a woman with children, I think she felt, I think I'm thinking that she was so receptive to this person, this guy having also having a child from a previous relationship. She was okay with it because she felt like this guy's family or this guy's side of the people would also be receptive to me having a child, because they also know okay, after hours also have, so they like make it up to each other. Because honestly, in most cases, people tend to look down on a woman who has a child moving on with a guy who doesn't have a child. But on the flip side, a man who has a child moving on with a lady who doesn't have a child, they expect this woman to be okay with this man's children, very receptive, very everything. But it's the opposite for the woman, unfortunately, you know. So it's like I said, it's so brutal. And if I'm to give advice to my younger self or to any young woman or young, even both men and women out there, is guys, getting into relationships, we should, like I emphasized in the previous video, if you are in a, because most times, to be honest with you, I know some what we call red flags or situations that make relationships break. If even while we're in relationships we see these things, but we tend to have mindsets of maybe he will change or maybe she will change, you know, when we get together. But then those same things that make us uncomfortable while we're in a relationship will be the same thing that might break us up when we're in a marriage setting. And it's so difficult when children are there. Like I'm just giving you, this is just one of the issues of children. Hmm? Where it becomes difficult after coming from a different relationship, you know, a relationship that has failed and their children involved, and then now moving on. It's quite brutal. Like I said, men have their challenges too, which I don't know yet. Hopefully we'll have men posted on this channel, so sharing their experiences of what it means like to move on when you have children from a failed relationship. I am positive that we'll have a moment like that to share on the men's side, but from the women's side it's so brutal. So my advice for young girls will be, guys, please take care of yourself, take care of your heart, take care of who you are. That saves you so much from future issues, like I said, being in relationships where you know it's not working for you, it's not fulfilling so many aspects of your life, and then you go on with this and then children get involved and then it doesn't work out, and then for you to move on from that, it's quite brutal. So what do I say? Prevention is always better than cure. So let's do things differently, you know. And another thing I would want to ask to encourage, even for me, which is the same thing that we are doing right now with my current partner, is to have these conversations, you know. put our expectations on the table. What do we desire in family? What do we desire in our careers? How do we handle our finances? These are the things, guys. Love, saying I love you too is okay. That's the beginning point. But now in the long run, things that keep one together, things that keep partners together is more than love. It's love alone cannot do it. But about that issue of love, which I'll talk about it in another episode. But for now, that's what I want to share. Let's have those uncomfortable conversations before taking the leap of faith that, oh, maybe. There are no maybes in these things, because some of us did the maybes and here we are. You know, we're having all these different challenges. We want to have love in our lives. We want to have family, but there are issues that come with that, and some of the issues are, I know, and I've not even tackled the issues of what the children's feelings are, which hopefully, like I said, when I got the opportunity to be with my daughter, I will definitely have these kinds of conversations with her, and you guys will also be here to hear what her views have been since our relationship with her father failed, and how it has been for her as a child, and you guys will have to hear it from the horse's mouth when the right time comes. But for now, like I'm saying, we can't wait for that. But what I'm saying is, like I said, I've also been that child myself, having been having my parents having had me and then the relationship not working out, and then finding myself in also a whole very uncomfortable situation, because my dad moved on and he had a whole family of its own, and having to incorporate me in that family setting hasn't worked until this day. But I'm 30 plus years old, so those are some of the challenges like I'm talking about. So please, young men, young women out there who have not gone through that path of maybe having failed relationships where children are involved, please, guys, take care of yourselves. Make the right decisions. It's your life. It's your life that it is. No one is going to do it for you. It's only you who can do it. And how can we do it? If you're in a relationship with someone, but feel free to reach out to me. I know it's very hard to have those conversations with your partner, because sometimes especially if it's a weakness kind of situation where maybe someone's weaknesses are making you uncomfortable, but then you're still hanging in there for some reason best known to you. Reach out. Nowadays technology has been friendly to us. Reach out to me. Let's have these conversations. Let's talk. I don't mind being a mediator between you two to make sure you guys have these conversations and you're able to see where you are with each other, and then make decisions and see, okay, is it something I can deal with for the rest of my life or no? Before bringing children to the picture, guys, before bringing children into the picture. I don't know how, I can't emphasize this enough, but like I said, this is what I have for all of us. Please, if it's your first time, don't forget to subscribe. Let's grow this young channel together as we try to work on ourselves and change our lives, and most especially raise trauma-free families for generations to come. Love you guys. Mwah.